G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. It looks like a beautiful day, a bit of a breeze every now and then, but I think it'll be fine on this side of the lighthouse. Our first find is just a nice simple one. It looks empty to me. I think that's just a bit of shell grit in there. It is a little crowned cone, probably the most common cone shell that we can get from here. Anyway, the tides have changed quite a bit since the last visit, so it's taken away all the minis from the sand. So today is probably going to be a lovely rock pool day. It pays to be the first one in a rock pool on the weekdays. Oh, look at him, please be whole. Oh, he is whole, yes! Yes, I am on a roll for donkeys lately. That's 3 donkeys and 3 beach visits. His little patterns on top are so, I mean, they're a bit odd. I don't know if he's like slightly juvenile. His patterning is kind of like not very, like an equal balance of stripage. It's very odd. Anyway, super cute little donkey cowrie. They're not really that common, so it's kind of unusual to have found 3 in 3 visits now. Alrighty, let's take a look at the cockle shell. I mean, yeah, it's just a cockle shell. Looks like it could use a bit of a cleanup. I think I've been calling this one an orange cockle. I'm not even anywhere near where I found this stuff the other day. Yeah, it's a very cute little piece of pink lace coral. I like that side better. I think that's the side that's like the decorative side. That's wherever it was attached right there, I'm guessing. Anyway, it's popping up everywhere lately. We are over on the more noisy side of the lighthouse. There's a lot of wind here. I've just been trying to check some of my favorite spots. Look at him, he's like shiny in there. He looks like a cat cowrie. Ugh. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry, everyone. I was like reaching to, it's a hard little nook to get my big chubby body through, so I had to get a bit creative. I'm sorry, that was filmed absolutely terribly. Professional YouTuber, not really. Here we go. It is a very nice and shiny little cat cowrie. Like, he's got some good gloss on him. He's got all of his lovely brown speckles and he's all intact. Okay, got him out of the sandy tomb down there. Is that maybe an unoccupied and whole Spangler's trumpet? I mean, it's whole. I see grit. I think I just see shell grit in there. Wow. This is definitely the first intact and unoccupied Spangler's trumpet I have found in months. I don't know where they've all been. I think they've mostly been alive. I mean, good for them. Anyway, very happy with this one. It's supposed to be a common shell, but I just haven't been collecting many lately. I see a very large flat sand snail right in the danger zone. Oh, he's nice. Hold on, let me get up a bit. There we go. He's a very lovely yellow color with like a stripe of gray through him. Pretty nice lip on him as well. So these flat sand snails are very common here, but finding like some of the larger ones is pretty tough. I usually only find the smaller ones. Ooh, I see a nice Jackson's Venus at the back. Oh, it looks so gross under all these rocks. Like, squishy. Don't like squishy. Anyway, got a nice bit of purple on the back and lovely stripes on the front. Usually I find these guys very discolored, so it's more rare to find one that's, you know, just nice and clean like this. The crowned cone. Yeah? The tide is getting super low today, but so far I'm just finding the common ones. I don't mind though. This one's pretty cool. It's got a nice pink tint to it. That's a zebra volute down there. Please tell me you don't have a crab. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, it's just coral and sand in there. Okay. Sometimes, I mean, crabs don't usually take shells on this side of the lighthouse because not many crabs live on this side of the lighthouse, but it can happen. Anyway, it is a very nice zebra volute. Maybe needs a bit of a bleach bath. I think he looks a little bit dirty in some places. Another Spangler's trumpet, if it's not, you know, stuck to a rock. It's not stuck to a rock. I'm guessing that one's fine. Also, I am in like the splashy zone right at the front, so I'm hoping it's fine and that I can get out of here very soon. Anyway, once again, super common shell, just not finding terribly many empty ones lately. Yes, I do see a shiny boy down there, shiny snakehead. Yes. Yes, he does feel good. He's got some nice little patterns on top. He's got like a good gold. He's got some nice white speckles. And yes, he is 100% empty. There is just a ton of pebbles in there. Yep, cute little snakehead. I've been finding a lot of really great ones. They just didn't really survive the poor weather lately. He is probably faded, but I want him anyway. Why not? Oh gosh, I just dropped it. Oh, Oh, nothing kill me. There we go. I have a slightly faded cherry cowrie. You know it's a cherry cowrie or a carnelian cowrie because of that lovely purple in the teeth line there. I see another zebra volate with the tip. Oh, he looks like he needs a clean even more than the first one. You know, I'm not actually sure whether or not bleach removes some of that extra discoloring through the shells. In my opinion, it doesn't really do it, although some people swear it does. Anyway, it looks like there's a piece of a purple barnacle in there. This one is otherwise empty and good to take. Another slightly faded cherry cowrie. I say slightly faded because when they're lovely and fresh, they're a bright red color and they're super shiny. This one is obviously neither of those things, but still, it's got a very nice color, so I think he's good to come with us. Some old and worn away shells down here, but this one looks pretty good. Yeah, it's got a nice blue color. It looks like there's just sand in there. It is a flat sand snail. There is a lot of shell grit down here. I kind of wonder if this one just came in. It's whole. Ooh. The opening, oh, let me just get out of that sunshine. The opening looks like it's just pebbles in there. There's been a few people walking through here, so I wasn't expecting to find another nice shell, but yeah, this is definitely quite nice. It is a worm cone. Look at this fella. He is a live cone snail. Let me just carefully. Yeah, see how he looks kind of like, yeah, he's got his little, don't put your finger too close to it, Maddie. His little harpoon stinger right at the front there. That one is quite a large-sized bruised cone, also called the muricate cone. Anyway, they usually bury themselves in sand. I'm just going to leave him right where he is. My foot sinks in the sand, and every time I bring it back up, there's shells underneath. There's so much sand here with shells underneath. Anyway, this one is a nice conical moon snail. Ooh, that one's shiny. Did that one come in on a wave? It must have just come in, or it must have just been uncovered because I was looking here. You know, it's crazy what your eyes land on. I tell it to everyone, sometimes you're just lucky and sometimes you just your eyes land on something that someone else just hasn't seen yet. Anyway, it looks like a very nice, shiny snakehead cowrie. Look who I've just spotted just chilling like a villain down there. He is a live cowrie. You can see that kind of black around the sides. That's his little mantle going up over the shell. Not many cowries will do a full mantle exposure, so he's just got some of it out. This one's actually quite an unusual one to see alive here. This one is a money cowrie. I see a lot of the ring-top cowries, like the golden ring-top cowries. This one kind of looks like a runny egg, so he is something just a little bit different and a little bit more unusual to see out here. It is extremely low today. I was actually trying to look in here earlier and I just wasn't managing it. Here we go. Yes, he's empty. That one is a little cat cowrie. He looks kind of dull on top. I think he's not quite as nice as the first one I picked up. Excuse me, crab. Let me just there we go. Got myself another crowned cone. And there it is. I saw that one gleaming as well. Oh, he does look much better. That one is a graceful cowrie. Wait, was that there when I just picked up that graceful cowrie and that cat cowrie? I must have blanked that out of my mind. I have for myself a joined leafy oyster. Hello, how are you? Are you shiny on top? You are shiny on the bottom. He's actually very shiny on the top. Oh, look at him. Got some very cute specklings. I've had a lot of luck with snakeheads lately. I mean, I've also seen behind the scenes, lots of live ones. So it's not like there's not any of them around anymore. They're still around, everyone. Live one. Ooh, I missed it. Did I get it? Oh, I got it. I saw that one down there and I was just whipping out the camera and I thought, oh, I hear a wave. That was surprising. I don't know if he feels too shiny on top, but he's got all of his nice speckles, so he looks pretty good in my eyes. That one is a yellow-toothed cowrie. The flat sand snail, what color are you? You're a yellow one. Just like the big boy one I picked up earlier, except maybe it's got a nicer lip. I don't know, its color looks less stripy than the first one. Anyway, it's another good one to take with me today. I was checking through this rock pool a few hours ago when the water was still up. I didn't see this guy. He looks whole. Oh no, he's got a little hole on the bottom. He's still very adorable though. This one should be a juvenile Arabian cowrie or possibly a juvenile eglantine cowrie. Supposedly, you can't really tell the difference when they're in this kind of baby form. I walked past here earlier. Oh my goodness, that is very pink. How did I not notice that? Oh. It's shiny on top, everyone. It feels like a million times better than the one I literally just picked up. And there's a snake head next to it. I wonder, like, did those get caught there? I was looking at that, I'm like, it almost looks like they're placed. I swear, they are only placed by nature. That is beautiful on the bottom. That is so pink, it's almost like a purpley mauve color. And also, I do want to check out this one. Oh no, he's actually extremely faded and worn away on top. He's not a keeper, but this one sure as heck is. Oh, I am definitely the only one who's walked this spot today. Look, is he whole? He's hopefully not alive. Let me just like very carefully from the thick side flip him over. Ooh. Whoa, look at his point. Oh my god, that's so pointy. Also, there are just pebbles in there. It looks like a pretty empty shell. Oh my goodness, he's big and he's got the knobbliest point I've ever seen on a cone shell. Yeah, definitely needed a bit of a bleach bath. He is a bit of an old shell, a little bit worn, but still very nice. Looking at the colors, oh, I'm guessing it's either, oh my goodness, either a blood-stained cone, like a very faded blood-stained cone, or a very faded livid cone. I see another cone shell. I was like specifically checking extra around this area after finding that other one. Are you alive? Careful. Whoa, look at how empty that is. Oh my goodness, that is extremely empty on the inside. I almost never find cone snails this empty because they just get filled with pebbles. Oh my goodness, which cone snail are you? It's hard to tell. I think that brown on it, it's its periostracum. It needs a bleach bath. Looking at the patterns underneath, it does look... Oh, I'm on a very slippery rock. Don't slip on the rock, Maddie. Judging by the patterns underneath, it looks like a bit like a crowned cone. I believe this one is actually a cat cone, just because it's more elongated. Cat cones are actually one of the cone snails that can be fatal if stung by them, so always be careful of these ones. It's also worth mentioning that cat cones are quite rare here. I've never actually found one in good condition. I mean, look at that lip, that's perfect. Also, yes, it is drying off now. That is its periostracum, that brown flaky stuff. When I bleach it off, I think it's going to be a nice pink color underneath, kind of like what you can see on that shell in there. It's a day for the cones today. Look at this nice little white one. I can already see pebbles in the opening, so I'm not being too careful about picking it up. Yeah, this one's a bit more common around here. It should be a dwarf cone. There do be cones about, everyone. There do be cones. This one's a little music cone. They've been very common here lately. Oh, good sir. Mr. Bonnet down there, are you a whole one? It's worth noting that I'm in a place that has just come to dead low tide and no one else is here today. He's full of sand. He is also... Hole on top, he's also a little bit crusty there. I think he's magnificent. Okie dokie. That one is the first whole banded bonnet that I've been able to get my hands on. There was one in a very rocky hole that was wedged in really tight that I had to give up on, so I'm actually very pleased that I have like a replacement one. Oh guys, triple luck. Oh my good golly goodness, little crab. You don't want that. Let me just like boop you off a little bit. Thank you. Let me have a look at the cone shell. I'm picking it up from the thick end. I can already see it looks pretty empty though. It is. It's as empty as that cat cone was. This never happens. They're never like that empty unless they were literally just eaten. Also, he is quite crusty. He does need a bleach bath. There is a lot of periostracum and like red gunk all over him. It's making it hard for me to tell which shell this is. I'm not really sure. It's possibly a livid cone or possibly a blood-stained cone, similar to that first big chunky one I found. Well, I was just about to bleach this one. It's 2 days later, and I was just going to like add it in as a little extra fun part of the video. I picked it up, and then all of a sudden there was a teeny tiny hermit crab looking at me. I can't even see it in there anymore, but I'm going back to the beach today, so I'm going to have to chuck this one back, I think. I mean, obviously. But thankfully, the cat cone still seems like there's nothing in it. It was just that big one that was a problem. Here, Pud, you want a cat cone? Yeah, what was that? I am just checking the rock wall over here for some last minute minis. There really is not much on the sand. It's only like in the very shallow parts of the shore that are getting hit by the water. And there's like maybe a few around the rocks. Anyway, a graceful cowrie. And I did notice... Oh, did that water just take it? There was a clandestine. No, the water didn't take it. It's still there. Yeah, another nice last minute mini. It's a clandestine cowrie. And a nice little limpet. I always get the name of this one wrong. It's the radiate limpet. I usually end up saying the raid wheel limpet, but nope, radiate. It ended up being a lovely day in the rock pool, so here are the shell finds for today. And if you've enjoyed them all, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. You know, up until the very end, I've been here for a while. I almost thought like, am I going to have enough for a nice display? You know, it's always in the back of your mind sometimes. And then it was like, boom, 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 cone shells and this lovely big bonnet. So it just ended up being a very, very lucky day, like right at the end, right when the tide was super low, right when everyone had left for lunch. So yeah, super lovely. And of course, it is time to talk about favorites right now. So if you do have a favorite as well, please let me know down in the comments. I do want to give some special mentions first. I'm just going to start off with a simple one. You know, this pink lace coral this time gets a special mention because I think it's quite lovely how it looks. It just has nice ruffles. I might give a special mention to probably this snakehead cowrie. To me, I think it looks like the best one that I found all day. Just very, very, very glossy. And I might give a special mention to, yeah, this guy, and maybe to the donkey as well. A lovely large yellow flat sand snail, and of course, this donkey with his atypical striping. He's a little bit calcified in some sections, but still pretty good and pretty interesting to look at. But as for the favorites, you know, I'm a cowrie girl. I really love the cowries. I'm going to start off with the professional YouTuber one. Yeah, I'm sorry, I really didn't film that very well, did I? This guy was stuck in the sand on the windy side of the lighthouse. A lovely shiny cat cowrie with some beautiful dark speckling on top. I'm also going to give a favorite to this one. A lovely yellow-toothed cowrie that is, it's more purple-toothed than yellow-toothed, but yeah, absolutely wonderful colors on him. These guys, their top colors do turn quite light when the shell material dries, so it will turn a much lighter color than that eventually in a few weeks' time. And as for the other favorite, my goodness, I just want to look at them all again. They are precariously placed. Yes, it is the big cone shells. I never find many big cone shells, so it was quite exciting to find all of these. This one is a little bit worn away with a fun knobbly tip. Not sure if he's a favorite. He might just be a special mention. This guy is so crusty, I will need to bleach him before I can even figure out what he is, but maybe this one gets a favorite. I think it's going to be nice when I bleach it. I believe it is a cat cone. Very, very cool. So yep, that one is also a favorite for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.